Hi there. Today we're looking at how Project Looking Glass explains the Mandela effect, possibly. First, let's talk about what is the Mandela effect. So the Mandela effect is an occurrence where a group of people remember the same thing wrong. That seems kind of sketch, doesn't it? How could a group of people remember the same fact wrong? Well, that's what we're going to talk about and try to figure out. The first Mandela effect is Luke, I am your father, no, that's it. No, there's no fucking way it was not Luke, I am your fucking father. If you saw Star Wars, but they're saying now it's no, I am your father. First off, my autistic ass does not watch a lot of pop culture media, but wanted to be a person that was very pop culture media affluent. So I would watch religiously things talking about pop culture because I'm weird like that, so that I could know how to reference them. There's no fucking way. I've done this impression so many fucking times. If I knew my ass was going to be called the fuck out and being like, no, you're wrong. The shame it would have brought me to my knees, that I would be like, I'm never going to fucking do that again. I'm never going to like reference something I don't actually fucking know. This is a timeline variant factor. It was Luke, I am your father. It was never no, I am not your father, because he goes, too long, don't read. The Mandela effect could be a result of Looking Glass and would then mean that we didn't merge with the original timeline. That was the Doomsday timeline, and we are in fact a variant alternative timeline. So both of them explain each other. According to Project Looking Glass, what would have happened is that they had changed the future because there was a cataclysmic event scheduled for, the Mayan calendar's Doomsday calendar of 2012 that had been averted, but that had created a fracture in time, which created a variant timeline, a parallel timeline, if you will. Now, sometime after the Doomsday event, to figure out whether the variant timeline is an actual parallel timeline that's going to exist on its own as a variant timeline, which would be scenario A, or if the variant timeline would reconverge back with the original timeline. So the Mandela effects would look like scenario A happened. We're on a variant alternative timeline. What happened is the memories that we grew up with have been overwritten by a new file because of free will and free choice. Basically, that shit's got to match back and front. So since we're on a different timeline, our past had to pretty much match up with it. So that would be the reason why certain facts and details would have been changed, because history has been changed. We'll go more into detail into Project Looking Glass, but that's a whole fucking rabbit hole that I'm still fucking going through, because I'm like, well, this shit is wild. Like, when they said that they had hired misinformation campaign for alien shit, they did not fucking lie. There are so many, like, I don't even fucking know what's up and down anymore. I'm like, whatever the fuck, I'm tired. Let me just make this Mandela video and get over with it. Whatever, good enough. That's what this shirt's gonna say when I finish it on my Cricut. So far, there's been no good explanation psychologically why people would remember this same fact wrong. It's kind of like I once took a test, and let me just be real, this was in high school. I cheated with a friend, and my teacher was like, I know you guys cheated. And I'm like, why would you think we cheated? And she was like, you have the same wrong answer. I don't know how I whipped this out of my ass so fast, but I was like, it's because we talked about it together before the test, and we discussed the same wrong thing. So of course it would be the same wrong answer. And she took that shit. I know. And she did not get us detention. She probably should have. I don't think that was that good of an answer. But that answer is better than anything they've provided so far about the Mandela effect. Just to give you a little snippet of like the psychological discussions that's taken place. They're just, I don't know, people just remember things wrong. I made a podcast the other day and I even had a better explanation that was a fake ass fucking explanation that I made up myself. It was just, given that COVID 2020 happened, it was a very traumatic event that altered the way that people perceive things and their way that their memory unfolded. Yeah, it would be a good answer if there was only like maybe one or two Mandela effects. Like, everyone thought Nelson Mandela died in prison. So then, like, okay, yes, this one event changed all these people in this generation's perception, but there are too many fucking different types of Mandela effects. So, just FYI. I'm going to cut it with this video, and if you're interested, we're going to do part 2 where I'm just going to go through a list of Mandela effects, and basically you're just going to see me go, no, because honestly, I understand myself so well. There's no fucking way I would misremember that many pop culture facts. The autistic in me was like, no, I want to be and fit in so hard. I'm not going to discount the work that I did. So if you're interested, stick around.